Hey everybody, I am Kevin Iole and welcome to Yahoo Sports. And my guest now is a familiar face. If you like knockouts, I know you like this guy, Anthony Rumble Johnson. He is back. It is hard to believe it's been 4 years, but it is 4 years and 1 month since we saw this young man fighting on Friday at Bellator 258. He will be back, unfortunately, not against Yoel Romero. Romero had a medical issue that took him out of the fight. Instead, Rumble will be fighting Jose Augusto. Rumble, good to see you, my man. How you been?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I am doing awesome. First of all, when you're away from the sport for 4 years and then you get an opponent change essentially a week before the fight, what does that do to you? I mean, I know you're a veteran, you're used to that kind of thing, but after 4 years off, does that create any additional problem?
No, no problems. I still have that hunger, still want to fight. It can be frustrating though, whenever you're prepared to fight somebody and then at the very last second,
Right.
this isn't the first time this happened to me, I've had other opponents change on me within a week.
Right.
It gets frustrating because you're mentally prepared and physically prepared to fight an individual and it doesn't happen, but you just got to keep it moving, man. This is why we're professionals. You gotta adapt, adjust, and keep it moving, and then finish the task at hand. And whatever, regardless of whatever is going on with Yoel, like I said in other interviews, I wish him the best. I hope whatever it is, he can overcome it and get back to fighting because he is an amazing fighter. I look forward to fighting him one day. It just sucks that we can't both fight on our debut against each other and give the fans like an incredible fight.
What do you think? Obviously, as you fight over the years, you mature and you change, your style adapts and adjusts, right? But now that you haven't been doing this, so do you feel like physically better than you were when you fought before, or do you feel like there's going to be rust? Like, what is the impact of this layoff going to be on you?
Well, I can tell I'm not 32 and 33, anymore. Being 37 now. What is it? What is this impact going to do to me? Being away from so long, I don't think it's going to do anything but just keep me more. It gave me more hunger. Let's put it that way.
Right.
You know, which I don't think will ever leave me at the end of the day. Um, I don't know, man. I've been training. It feels like forever for the last year and a half,
Yeah.
and my teammates have been there for me consistently, and my coaches have been there for me consistently, and my circle has gotten smaller, and the people that I need to be there. I need them and really want them to be there for me have been there for me more than ever. So right now, man, I'm just in a great place, and I don't think the 4 years are going to do anything. I've been training my butt off, and like we're committed to this. You know what I mean? So hopefully everybody gets to see what they've been missing, the last 4 years, because I've gotten ton of messages and people have even told me in person that it hasn't been the same. They don't get knockouts like they used to at 205, and and they mention Francis, of course. He's a monster. And mad props to him for winning the title. But people say it all the time. It's still not the same. Still not the same type of knockouts. It's still not the same type of entertainment. You know what I mean?
Everybody
Um,
loves knockout punchers, no doubt.
Everybody loves that. There's no question who wins whenever you get a knockout. Uh, but hopefully I bring that excitement back even more. I know Francis is he's a knockout artist, and he usually does it with his fist. I try to do it with everything. I try to knock you out any way possible, any way that I can. So I think that's what people miss. It could be a kick, it could be a punch. You just never know when it comes to me.
It seemed to me, you talk about you got the hunger back. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but as I look at your last fight with Daniel Cormier at UFC 217, it almost looked like you didn't want to be there, like you accepted the submission almost, right? And it seemed like maybe in that fight that you were half a foot out the door. I know you had businesses that you were working on. Did you lose the hunger somewhere toward the end of your UFC reign, and did you manage to get it back as you as you were off?
You're the second person today that brought that up. and I can't switch my story because I'm not that person. I think, you know, it's not even that I think. I know. Um, I know I was disappointed, man, that I just didn't get to fight John. You know, and I knew I wanted to do other things too, but I was just so disappointed that I didn't get to fight John because of the situation.
Right.
I know I didn't have that fire, that desire. You know what I mean? Because that was my goal, was to fight John, and I'm like, man, I'm fighting the same individual twice.
Yeah.
You know, when I should be fighting the champion,
John Jones, yeah.
I should be fighting John Jones. You know, but I can't take anything away from DC. I mean, DC is an incredible athlete. He elevated the 205 division. He was, to me, DC was still the best champion at 205 that we've had because of how he carried himself. And you know, he carried that belt with pride, and it meant a lot to him. And he had his head on straight and stuff like that. You know, so he was a great champion at 205. And now he's a commentator. He's an even better commentator. You know what I mean? So mad props and much love to DC. And I don't take anything away from him. He beat me. He beat me up, you know, but I just know on the inside I didn't have that it factor about me at the time, you know.
Right. It looked a little off.
Yeah, it was off, man, because I knew I was supposed to be fighting John. And you know how you have your goals and your hopes set on something so bad and it doesn't happen, it just like takes the life out of you. And I know that's what it did to me.
Well, see, that's my concern for Friday night, because you had your hopes set on fighting Yoel Romero so bad, and now you've got a different guy. Like,
Hey, I took 4 years off. I'm smarter than that now.
There we go. There we go.
You know, I was supposed to fight Yoel, man, and I was excited, super excited to fight Yoel. You know, he's dangerous.
Right.
You know, super dangerous. And he was off, you know, laid off for what, a year and a half or something like that. And he's not getting any younger. So I know he was going to come to fight. You know, he's a competitor. But you live and you learn. I learned from my mistakes, you know, how to accept things now and how to take things whenever their opponent changes. And I see a Jose the same way that I saw Yoel. You know, he's a competitor. We're both here for a reason. Things happen all the time. Nothing ever goes the way that you truly plan it to go. But I just got to keep the drive, keep the hunger. And that's what I have. I'm like, dude, I've been training for the last, feels like ever, but the last year and a half to fight. And I'm not going to miss this opportunity to fight again. So it sucks that Yoel can't fight, but Jose is a worthy opponent. You know, this man comes in, has nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Right.
That's a dangerous individual.
Yeah, he got to have this to get in the ring with Anthony Johnson. So we know he's got.
Yeah, hey man, just to be in this tournament, you got to have some big kahunas. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't matter if it was me that he was facing or anybody else at the last minute. The man is taking a chance. You know, so that alone, he has all of my respect for that alone, because there, you know, the guy that was supposed to be the alternate, he's dumb for not taking that opportunity. You know, he may never get this opportunity again. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. You just never know. So why not jump on whenever you can? So this is we are, you know, the best of the best so far in the light heavyweight division. And I know a lot of those other guys feel like they're the best too. They're one of the best, I should say. So why didn't, you know, if they had the opportunity, they would take it, is what I'm saying. You know, this is a moment where whoever had an opportunity should have taken it.
You have an opportunity, if you advance in the tournament, to fight the Bellator champion, Vadim Nemkov, and I wonder what your take on him is. You know, he's a guy that maybe a lot of people were introduced to the first time when he fought Ryan Bader. Now he's coming off a win over Phil Davis, pretty strong opponent. You know, handicap him. I mean, he might be a guy that a lot of people aren't too familiar with. Handicap him, and what do you think if you ever face him? He's a
monster. He's a monster. He's a monster, man. To do what he did to Ryan Bader and to be able to do what he did to Phil Davis and take him down, and to beat him twice, that says a lot about him. Plus, he comes from a legit team. You know, he's young, he's hungry, he's a great fighter. as far as him though, I can't really think about him. You know, I haven't put too much thought into him because I have other monsters I have to face before I get to the next monster. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, dude, my focus has just been on the task at hand, the people that are in front of me. I can't look past them.
And the last thing, I'll let you get out of here, Rumble. I appreciate you. You know, making the 205 weight, you look good. Like you look like you're pretty lean. How much do you have to go? And do you feel that'll be an easy cut coming up? I know no weight cut's easy, right? Let me take back that. But as weight cuts go, how will this one go?
Got 6 pounds to go, man.
6?
Yeah, 6 pounds to go.
I was looking at you and I thought, you know, I thought you're maybe that 215, 218 range, you know, but so
I weighed in this morning, man. I stepped on the scale and it said 212.
Okay, man.
And for me, that's low.
You're on the ocean. We got a ship out there. Sounds like a honking.
Yeah, my phone is going crazy. But that's you know, this is low for me. You know what I mean? Usually fight week, I get to the event fight week and I'm about 218. And when I start my weight cut, I'm about 215. Yeah. I'm 212 already, man. So, and I haven't even really I haven't cut anything. So I'm good to go.
My man, Anthony Rumble Johnson on Friday, Bellator 258. You will see him against Jose Augusto. Rumble, great to see you again, my friend. All the best to you. Good luck on Friday and in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.